And today we are going to go over how to start a business. All right, really, we're going to answer a lot of your questions in this video, so make sure you stick to the end. But the most intent or the intentions of this video, right, is so that way you can learn the difference between an LLC and INC, right? And also you can learn exactly what contracts you should have in place in order to protect your asset, right? Your business, or protect your entire building of generational wealth, right? So make sure you stick to the end of the video so you can get all of your questions and concerns answered pertaining to this particular topic. If you've been in question, like what contract should I have in order to start hiring freelancers, this video will answer that question. What should I have? Should I have an LLC or INC, right? And what is the difference? This video will answer that question. So make sure you share this video, like and subscribe to my channel, please, because we're almost at 30K. All right. And yeah, so make sure you comment down below on how this video actually was very informative and how it helped you out. Okay. So I wrote an article, and I'm always writing articles on pretty much like, everything that I talk about here on YouTube. So you can always go over to medium.com/@superior.shelby. Okay. And please follow me on Medium. I'm trying to get to 100 followers on there. It's a challenge on there. But this is a 5-minute read. So let's go right ahead and dive into, the different contracts you need to have and what they mean, right? And also, what's the difference between the LLC and the INC? I know y'all want to know that, so stick to the end of the video. All right, so you can click the link in the description so you can read along. So having business contracts is incredibly important, all right, for a variety of reasons for your business. First and foremost, contracts establish the terms and expectations of an agreement between two parties, all right, which can prevent misunderstandings and disputes down the line or down the road. That's why you want to have a contract, okay? Contracts can also provide legal protections for all parties involved, including provisions for dispute resolution and liability limitations. In addition, contracts can help build trust between parties and set professional tone for business, okay? Especially business relationships. By outlining the terms of a deal in a formal document, businesses can ensure that all parties on the same page are on the same page, and have a clear understanding of their perspective or respective responsibility. Overall, having clear, well-written contracts is a key component of successful businesses, relationships, and can help minimize risk and maximize the chances of a positive outcome. That's what a contract is. A contract pretty much is a binding document between two parties to help prevent any type of disputes, misunderstandings, or misconceptions. Okay, so here are some business contracts that all small businesses, honestly, they should have, all right? And I did outline all of them and what they are in this article. This article is only a 5-minute read, so we're gonna get through it. A partnership agreement, and I actually talked about this on my Instagram live one time before, and I think I talked about it here on YouTube before as well. A partnership agreement, if you're starting a business with a partner, it is essentially to have a partnership agreement. It is essential to have one that outlines the roles and responsibilities of the ownerships. So with that being said, if you and your wife are, doing a business together, it can be a trucking business, healthcare, okay, beauty industry, whatever industry you're getting into, it's really vital that you guys have a partnership agreement, okay? Especially for certain opportunities, okay? Like grants. There's a lot of, small business women-owned small business grants out here that if you actually have a business with your wife, well, on this partnership agreement, if it states that she owns 51% of the company, well, she has the right to actually apply for these women-owned small business grant opportunities. And we all know there is more opportunities out here for the ladies than it is for the men, okay? So having a partnership agreement can really be vital, can really help you guys out when we're talking about getting funding, okay? A non-disclosure agreement, everybody should have that, all right? NDA, you don't have to be a celebrity to have an NDA, okay? You don't have to be this content creator, this big super YouTuber, or on the Shade Room for you to have an NDA, okay? A non-disclosure agreement is pretty much what it is. It is important that you have an NDA in place when sharing confidential information with employees, contractors, or other parties, especially if you are an innovator. If you are creating an app, if you are creating a product or a service that has never been heard of before, an NDA is what you need. And when you guys are building up your business plans, You might want to have a confidential agreement at the beginning of the business plan or possibly an NDA, so that way, or NDCPA, right? Which means a non-disclosure, non-compete. So that means you can't talk about it and you can't make a replica of it. You know what I mean? So you should have that at the beginning of your business plan, especially when I'm talking to my innovators, my engineers out there, okay? Employment contracts. I know we all know about them, okay? Because I was a 9-to-5er, so I know what an employment contract is. But ultimately, when you guys are hiring freelancers or really when you're hiring employees, you just want to make sure you have an employee contract. That's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll read the profound definition of it, okay? Which is, these contracts should include the terms of employment, such as employee's job description, compensation, benefits, and termination clauses, okay? So everything that you see when you sign up for an actual job. Vendor and supplier contracts. Now, a lot of us don't know about these, especially if you're a person that has Granger, Uline, any of like the net term accounts. You want to have a vendor or a supply contract, okay? This will actually help you with adding that as a business trade reference, okay? Which is a business trade line. So these contracts should be established before engaging in business with a supplier or a vendor. It should specify the terms of payment, delivery, warranties, and liabilities, okay? When you have this contract, you can present it to Dun & Bradstreet, and it'll be easy for you to add it as a business trade line, okay? So anytime you're having a business-to-business relationship with a vendor or a supplier, whether they are in the States or international, you must have a contract that outlines exactly what the terms are. Service contracts, okay? A service contract, these contracts outline the terms and conditions for your services provided by your business to clients, including fees, payment terms, and deadlines. Everybody should have a service contract. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I am not a victim, but I'm bad at that too, because sometimes I just don't want to scare off some of my clients. But now I've learned that that has to be in place in order to get the actual client that really does deserve my services, and that also is, you know, understanding of the reasons for why we need to have this contract in place, right? A service contract literally outlines what your service is, okay? What your payment terms are you refundable or are you not refundable, right? And then also, like, what is the term of this service, right? So you want to have a service contract. So if you actually, a lease agreement is something that obviously you would have if you are renting out. If you're doing a virtual office, you also get a lease agreement too, okay? Just want to let you guys know that. And I also want to let you know, if you guys are using a virtual office anywhere but iPostal, okay? iPostal is not it. Just want to let you guys know. But nothing wrong with them, but they just create addresses from out of nowhere. But if you use a virtual office or for as like an office address, and they send you the terms and conditions, kind of looks like that, like a terms agreement, well, it should actually say leasing agreement. But whatever document you sign, it actually outlines the terms, and you can use that to upload as a business trade line too on Dun & Bradstreet. Remember, Dun & Bradstreet is the #1 business credit reporting agency in the world, okay? So you want that portfolio to look stellar and superior, okay? So leasing agreements is for small businesses that lease office or rental spaces. It is important to have a lease agreement that outlines the terms of the lease, including rent, leasing term, and additional expenses, okay? So for example, if you do a office through Regis.com, right? Well, Regis, actually, when you get an office through them, because I've had like 4 offices with them, okay? When you get an office with them, they actually go into the room before you move in, and they write down everything that's actually in that room, what they provide you with or what it comes with, which is your desk, right? Your chair, your it can be an internet service, it can be a fax machine, it can be an actual phone, landline phone number, or phone, right? And so all of that should be in your lease agreement as well, okay? Intellectual property agreements. We need that. If you have a bright idea, or if you have, if you paid top notch, top dollar for this education that you know nobody has out here in these streets, okay? And you are giving out like lots of game, okay? Like I am, especially on YouTube. It's important for us to have intellectual property agreements, especially if you are a coach like myself. If you're coaching and consulting with other people, no matter whether you are in the business development space, you can be in plumbing, you can be in logistics and trucking, and you can just be doing different, consultations with people who want to get in the real estate industry or want to get into trucking because you have experience, right? But you have that intellectual property, right? You should have an agreement. They need to sign a service agreement and an intellectual property agreement. So let me see here. It says intellectual property agreements. If you create or use intellectual property, it is crucial to have an agreement that defines the ownership and usage rights, okay? We should have that, the intellectual property agreement. So pretty much what I said, whatever you have on your mind, just make sure, they sign the agreement so they know not to spread nothing else, okay? You have the right to all of that. All of the knowledge that you paid for, okay, or that you learned. Website terms and conditions. I noticed that a lot of my clients' websites don't have this, okay? They don't have it. All right, terms and conditions on your website, it needs to be on there, okay? Whoever is creating your website, you guys gotta make sure that your website creator has a website terms and conditions, okay? So let's read on. If your business has a website, it is important to have terms and conditions that govern the use of the site, including disclaimers, privacy policy, and copyright notices. This is very, very important. You don't want nobody going on your website and just copying and pasting your entire website down to the colors, down to the explainer videos you have on there. If you don't have a website terms and condition, well, you just allowed the scammers or the spammers or whoever is out there just want to steal your flow. You just allowed them to go ahead and steal your whole entire website. So the website terms and conditions is what's going to prevent that from happening, okay? Sales contracts, okay, especially for my real estate individuals, okay? Sales contracts, if your business sells products, okay, it is essential to have sales contracts that define the terms of the sale, including delivery, warranties, and payment terms, okay? And then also on the real estate side, y'all know how sales contracts work. It's a little bit more in depth, okay, when it comes down to the real estate side. But just in layman terms, especially if you're in e-commerce and you're selling products, yeah, you definitely want to have a sales contract, okay? Having these contracts in place can protect your business, provide legal clarity, and ensure that all parties involved are aware of their rights and obligations. Now let's get down to the fun part, because everybody has this question. What is the difference between an LLC and an INC? What's the difference between the two, okay? I'm gonna read all of the information that I actually did all the research on last night, and then I'll give you my superior solution on it, okay? Just to bring it down in comprehensive terms, okay? So the difference between an LLC and an INC, all right? LLC, which is a limited liability company, and INC, which is an incorporation, are two types of business structures that provide a range of advantages and disadvantages to owners. Here are the differences between the two. Within ownership, in an LLC, the owners are called members, while in an INC, the owners are called shareholders, okay? LLCs can have an unlimited number of members, while corporations have an unlimited number of shareholders as well, okay? So, shareholders, members, that's the difference, okay? Now we're gonna break it down a little bit more. Stay with me. Liability. LLCs provide limited liability protection, which means that the owners are only liable for the debts and obligations of the business to the extent of their investment in the company. INCs also provide limited liability protection, but the owners are not personally responsible for the company's debts. Yeah, you heard me right. So with LLCs, okay, the owners are liable for the business debts, okay, and obligations of the business. But with the INCs, the shareholders are not personally, they don't have nothing to do with if this business is in debt, all right? Taxation, all right? And this is like the number one thing that you might hear your CPA say, the difference between an LLC and an INC. LLCs are considered pass-through entities, right? Which means that profits and losses are reported on the owner's personal tax returns, and the company is not subjected to corporate taxes. INCs are subjected to double taxation, which means that the company is taxed on its profits and shareholders are also taxed on their dividends. Okay? So, if you are a LLC holder, okay, when you file your taxes, you can file your taxes like on the personal side, right? Because at the end of the day, you are personally liable of the debts when it comes down to LLC. But for an INC, okay, INC with the shareholders, because you are not personable with the debts, right? The business itself would file its taxes, which will be double what the taxes is, okay? It's higher on that side. But, and then also as a shareholder, you get to get taxed on your dividends as well. So whatever you receive from that business or that company. As far as with management, LLCs can be managed by owners or by a manager who is appointed by the owners. In contrast, the INCs are managed by a board of directors who are elected by the shareholders, right? Which is how you got president, founder, president, vice president, CEO, COO, CFO. That's why you have all these positions, right? Okay, and the shareholders, everybody who is on the board, all right, they all appoint who is going to be who, right? They all vote. Formalities, all right? LLCs have fewer formalities and paperwork requirements than INCs, which must follow strict rules such as holding annual shareholder meetings, keeping detailed records, and filing annual reports, okay? LLCs are more lenient on that side versus INCs. INCs or Incs, okay, or incorporations, they are more strict on that, okay, because they're watching every dollar that is going out and every dollar that is coming in, okay? Overall, LLCs are often preferred by small business owners who want to maintain flexibility, simplicity, and have limited liability protection. INCs are ideal for businesses that plan to raise capital, all right, issue stocks, and have a complex management structure. It is important to consult with a business lawyer or an accountant to determine the best structure for your specific needs, okay? So the difference between, and I'm just giving you guys my game here, the difference really between an LLC and an INC is, an LLC, I would say, will be more geared towards small businesses, especially if you have like fewer than, 500 employees or so, right? And you're starting out, right? You're starting out, you're a startup company, and LLC is for you, right? Because you will be the sole member. You don't have to have a whole board or a whole bunch of shareholders and none of that stuff, right? What I would do is I would start out as an LLC, build my company up, and then move it over to an INC once it becomes commercialized, okay? So, for example, all right, if you started a beauty line, a hair care product or something like that, or a skincare product, and you started out small and you're making these natural soaps and these natural herbs and these natural this and natural that, right? And then before you know it, 6 to 9 months, you just boom, take off, right? And you have so many inquiries on investments and investors. Well, then at that point, I would say, and then, then you have to get a bigger location. You might want to move into a factory. You want to get a warehouse, all kind of stuff. And now you're going to hire over 50 employees, okay? Then I would switch over to an INC. And then I would start taking shareholders and doing investments and doing it like that in order to increase my public relations. So PR, increase my marketing, increase my everything, just expand my business from nationally to globally. So start small with the LLC, build your company up, and then take it to the next level with the INC if you want to deal with shareholders at your company, okay? And once you become a multi-millionaire, close to a billionaire, right? Then at that moment, you definitely want to move over to the INC hire a couple people, hire a CEO, COO, CFO, like hire all these people so you can sit yourself on an island somewhere and collect all of your profits, your dividends is what they would be called, right? And just allow the board to handle all of that, okay? What you think, what is it? What's the Shea Moisture did, right? Shea Moisture is a really good one to as a good example. Okay, so let's talk about trademarking, okay? Because I know we have some questions about what is a trademark, how does it work, should I get a trademark for my business or not, okay? So the value of having a trademark for your business, let's go into that. Trademarks are an important asset for your business of all sizes as they provide legal protection to the unique brand identity, and it helps to differentiate, a business's product or services from those of the competitors. A trademark can be a word, phrase, symbol, design, or a combination of these elements that is used to identify and distinguish the source of goods or services, right? So, with that being said, a trademark will pretty much protect your entire brand, okay? So especially if you are in the apparel space, right? And especially if you are creating your own soaps and your own candles and all of that stuff, well, maybe, and a really good example of this is actually like Pandora, right? So Pandora, you have 3 different Pandoras out here. You got Pandora, the actual bracelet company, right? You got Pandora, the music app, and then you have Pandora, which may be like another company of, I think I forgot what the other company is, but it's like 3 different Pandoras. However, right, because they're trademarked and they're in different industries, yeah, you can actually, trademark what you have, even though you share the same exact name, right? Nike is a really good example too. Nike is so well known for trademarking everything they do. They are on top of it. Same thing like Rihanna. What y'all think Rihanna do every time she come out with a new lip gloss, a new skincare product, or just come out with a new slogan? Rihanna is not playing out here, okay? And y'all see my girl in the middle of the halftime show. She had to bring out her, okay? That was Fenty Beauty. And all of the Fenty Beauty products, from lingerie to makeup to skincare, everything that she does is trademarked. So no one can, first off, tear down the brand or steal the brand for any reason, okay? So here's some reasons why businesses you should get a trademark. So let's go into the reasons for why you need one. All right. So for legal protection, for one, a trademark provides legal protection against any infringement or misuse of a business brand identity. A business that owns a trademark has the exclusive right to use the mark and can take legal action against anyone who uses the mark without permission. Okay. So for example, the Nike slogan, "Just Do It." If you decide to do a shirt that says "Just Do It," right, with the black and white, in it, you probably won't have the check, but you'll probably have like like a thumbs up or something like that, but you have the slogan itself. Well, you can get sued for that, right? You can get sued for that because "Just Do It" itself, the actual slogan, is already trademarked by Nike, okay? Brand recognition. So a trademark helps to create brand recognition and helps consumers identify a business's product or service. A unique and memorable trademark can help a small business stand out in a crowd market and can build brand loyalty, okay? So, and this is true. I've noticed that this is true, especially when we're talking about doing different contracts with other business-to-business relationships. It does build your brand recognition when you have a trademark, okay? When you have a trademark, when you trademark something that you said, okay, and nobody, like, I think Lizzo just trademarked like something just recently, like an actual word she said, right? And I think Cardi B does this a lot as well. Any little quick little slogan, something that they can say, something that's clever, right? They're going to trademark it because it's something that's hot at the moment. And once it's trademarked, it's your brand, it's yours. Just know that I'm the owner of that particular slogan. It could be something as simple like, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." Everybody has heard that particular slogan, right? "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." If I went to go trademark that, that's mine over here, okay? Might make some shirts, all right? Make some jeans or something. something like that off of that whole entire slogan because nobody has trademarked it, right? So that is a brand recognition. And once you do that, that actually increases your business professionalism, and it just makes other people want to, buy into your product or look into your products and services even more. Marketing and advertising. So a trademark can be used in marketing and advertising to promote a business's product or services. It can help create a positive image and reputation for a business, which can lead to increased sales and customer loyalty, right? So obviously when you guys see like at the bottom of the Nike website, at the bottom of Gucci, at the bottom of Louis Vuitton, Nordstrom Rack, even Fashion Nova, right? They will have that T, okay? They will have that T and the M, right? Or they have the T. That lets you know that they are trademarked, okay? And that builds customer loyalty for sure because they know, oh, they're not playing, all right? Value and asset. A trademark can add value to a business and can be considered as an asset. A business can license or sell its trademark, which can generate additional revenue streams, and that is true, okay? So like I said, if I trademark the slogan, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, and it becomes hot on TikTok, and it becomes hot on Twitter, and I make all these shirts and all these cute hats, different, ball caps and stuff like that, and say 10 years from now or 5 years from now that I actually want to sell that trademark to, let's say, what's his name that's on the Shark Tank? Say I want to go on Shark Tank, right? And I want to pitch the idea of selling my trademark to all of those beautiful people that's on Shark Tank. Well, because the slogan's already hot, I done already made multi-million dollars off of it. That's a whole nother stream of income that I can just buy, that I can just have, sell off my trademark, and start a whole nother slogan that I probably written down like 1,000 other ones just to go ahead and trademark and make it hot again, right? So that's something that you can do as well. So in summary, a trademark is an essential part of a small business brand identity and provides legal protection, brand protection, marketing, and advertising benefits. Registering a trademark can be a complex process, so it's important to consult with an experienced intellectual property lawyer or to ensure that your business brand is protected, okay? And I have one for y'all. If you guys need a trademark, all right, I have a trademark queen. Her name is Rosina. If you guys don't follow her already on Instagram, she is, I hold her dear to my heart because we have really, she is thebomb.com, okay? Just in a person that is just amazing. But Rosanna Pierce, she owns R.L. Pierce law firm. And she does these trademarks all the time. And we're talking about trademarking for some of your hottest celebrities, okay? You can follow her on Instagram at thebizlawyer, okay? At the @ the BIZ lawyer, okay? And tell her Superior Shelby sent you, okay? But she's great, and I think she's having a sale right now, but she will trademark your business and send you a whole package with your beautiful, like everything, your paperwork, everything put together that shows that you are officially trademarked and you got this down pat. You are a professional, all right, business out here. So obviously, you guys, if you need more business tips, you can always text #business to 305-686-0781, okay? But I'm hoping that you guys really enjoyed this information. This was all about how to start a business, what contracts you need, the difference between an LLC and an INC, whether or not you needed a trademark for your business or not. Okay. Also want to drop some really great information and news to you guys. I have officially, okay, that's right, I have officially finished this ebook on how to write grants. That's right. So I'm giving you guys all the game on how I actually increased my approval odds to 73% with grant approvals in general. Okay. So I know that applying for grants can be very, very aggravating, timid. It's just a whole task, homework in itself. But this ebook is literally going to break down the reasons for why you have to have certain tools in place and be prepared for when you are applying for the grants and also the grant searching sites. Okay, I'm going to give you guys all of my game. All right, so I will, once it's done with publishing, okay, I'm going to post the link down below in the description, okay, or you can visit my website, www.expandmywallet.com, and within a couple of days or so, it will be up there as a digital product, so that way you guys can purchase it and go have at it with all of these grant opportunities, okay, or you can have my grant writing team go ahead and search and apply for these grants for you, all right, and you know, we'll get it done, all right, because we're the superior team. We'll get it done, okay? So I really enjoyed you guys tonight. I'm hoping that this information was really, really good. Share this live, share this video to anyone that might need to know the difference between an INC, LLC, what a trademark is, and different contracts you should have in place to protect your business, okay? Protect your assets, I feel, okay? You guys are working hard and you are building generational wealth for your families. You don't want nobody out here trying to steal your steez, okay? You don't want nobody stealing your stuff. So I love you guys. Peace and love and light to you all. Have a great night, and I will come to you guys soon with some new grants and all of this new good stuff, okay? Make sure you subscribe because we're almost at 30K, and I'm super excited. Thank you guys. Love.